Okay, we're going to take a look at the factory method pattern. Its definition says the factory method is a creational pattern that defines a method for creating objects. So you use a method, not a class, to create objects, okay? But allows subclasses to decide which concrete class to instantiate. So what are subclasses? Subclasses are classes that extend from a parent class, and they have methods. And those methods are the ones who really are going to decide which or what kind of instances to create. It doesn't matter right now if you didn't understand, you will understand in a minute. Just let me give you a few more ideas. The base class defines the general process. That is the abstract class. You have a base class that defines the process, but delegates object creation to its subclasses. Um, Here are the difference between simple factory and factory method. You can read them. A single class decides which object to create. That is in the simple factory. But in the factory method, subclasses decide which object to create. A simple factory uses conditionals, if, switch. A factory method uses inheritance and polymorphisms. Okay, uh, simple factory centralized creation logic, and factory method eliminates conditionals. Well, let's jump into the code. Okay, let's say that you have a, a report that has to be exported to different formats. Okay, using the PDF, Excel, or CSV format. So as you can see here, I call this class factory method controller, but I could call this uh, exporter controller. So we have this subject that we are creating, and then we use this method export. And when we use that method, inside of that method, you are using a create file method, which is the factory method. I'm going to show you first this file here, the report exporter. So this is a class which is an abstract, an abstract class, okay? And that means that an abstract class cannot be instantiated. You have to extend from this class using inheritance. So when you do that in your subclasses, you are going to execute this this method as I just showed you before, and then you are going to execute this method, which is the factory method. So this method is really who is creating the file that I need to create, and you have that method here. But this is an abstract method, which means that uh, the classes, the subclasses that implement this method are the ones who are going to decide what kind of files to create. So let's see first how you are creating the file here. You are giving a format to it, and then you are saving this file. Let's see how a subclass works. This is a subclass. I told you that it extends from the report exporter, then it has a create file. So we're using polymorphism here, right? We are using the same name uh, for the method. And then inside, look, we are creating the PDF file. So that's why the definition says the subclasses are the ones who decide what kind of objects uh, to create. So let's see the another, maybe the Excel, and it's the same thing here. You know, this class extends from the report exporter, then it uses the same name of the method create file, but inside of it, it really creates an Excel file. And the same thing for the CSS reporter. It does the same thing inside of it, create the CSV file. And those files are they are here. They we are simulating, the code, but you could easily go and get code and put it here and really create files of the type of Excel, CSV, or PDF. So, but the important thing here is not to show you how to create different kind of files, but how to explain how the factory method works. So basically, that is how it works. You use an abstract class. You use an abstract class. You execute a method, and inside of it, you create a factory method, which is the pattern that we are seeing right now. But the subclasses are the ones who are going to create those files. So it's that simple. All the process is being handled here. You do whatever you want to do here, but you create this file using subclasses. So that's it. I just have to show you how to use it here. If I click in Excel, I will get the report XLSX file. But if I go like PDF, then I will get a PDF file report. So that's how it works. It's just an abstract class where you have all the process. Then you call to a method, uh, a factory method, and that method using the subclasses, uh, they will decide. The subclasses will decide what kind of instance uh, to create. Well, click like, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for listening.